So whenever a finger cut or any body part we are talking about, just cut finger or a body part, or we can say a body part. Whenever it cut, what happens? The blood vessel is getting ruptured, isn't it? Yeah. From the ruptured blood vessel, blood will come out. From the ruptured blood vessel, that any wound, we can say here, any wound here, that imagine if blood is coming out for a longer period of time, if the blood is coming out like that, if all 5 liters of blood will come out, what happens? Yeah, person will die, isn't it? So that means here that we need to stop this process of blood, that blood flow. The blood flow should be stopped over. How will stop? By making a clot in that particular area. We need to make a clot. The clot process or coagulation process need to occur here. The clot or coagulation need to happen here, which is must and necessary. Generally, in 5 to 8 minutes, this process of blood clotting will be over. That or that a particular person is get any kind of injury or trauma, that can be trauma, nothing but shock, we can say here. Any kind of cut or finger or body part, or a wound or an injury, trauma, whatever the words we are using here, the blood will flow out. Then within 5 to 8 minutes, that particular blood should clot over. We need to stop the process of blood flow out to prevent the person to lose the blood from the body, or to prevent the person from the death, because this particular person may die if it all continued over. Person may die. So that means here I am saying blood clotting or blood coagulation is a very, very, very important process. Okay, then there are so many participants: fibrinogen, prothrombin, thromboplastin, calcium ion, labile factor or accelerator globulin, stable factor, proconvertin, anti-hemophilic factor A, anti-hemophilic factor B, anti-hemophilic factor 3C, then Hegman's factor, fibrin stabilizing factor. Nothing to worry, all these factors are not involved in our program, at least. Just some of the factors we need to remember here. Fibrinogen, that means here with few factors we are learning this particular topic in intermediate level. Then fibrinogen, prothrombin, calcium ions, and thromboplastin. These are the basic clotting factors. With these clotting factors, we are going to learn this particular blood clotting process. But you people need to remember here, there are so many other clotting factors. 13 clotting factors are there. In one is removed. So that's why we can say here there are 12 clotting factors which is participating in this particular reaction. There are 12 clotting factors are there in this particular reaction, which they work in the form of cascade fashion. Their style of working is cascade fashion. What is cascade? Cascade general meaning is waterfall. Dictionary meaning is waterfall. So what is the property of waterfall? When a water starts flowing from a hill, it won't be stopped in the middle, isn't it? You can't stop this particular water in the middle, isn't it? So that we can say this kind of action we call cascade, waterfall. Then our blood clotting is also a kind of process, we can say here, that a cascade. We can say that particular process also a cascade. Okay. So then how does it is happen? How does it is happen? That is very important here. Then these particular reactions we need to go through here. These particular reactions. So with the limited properties given here in that, let me draw first of all a small wound or damage for a hand or a finger or a particular area, wherever that process, the damage occurs. So just let me show you, the blood is going out, in this particular area. What happens? What need to happen? We need to make a frame, a network of fibers. We call them as collagen fibers, a network of fibers. A net should be formed out. I'm going to draw this outside here. Actually, collagen fibers are white in color, but if I draw white, you can't see. Then what is this? Fibrin, we can say here. So immediate requirement is fibrin, isn't it? We need fibers. We need fibers. Sir, how does the fibers are get formed over? For that, we require fibrinogen. The clotting factor, fibrinogen, need to be turned into fibrin. Fibrinogen need to be turned into fibrin. How? How does the fibrinogen is turned into fibrin? That we have to see here, that we need to go for who converts the fibrinogen into fibrin. There is a factor called thrombin. Thrombin converts the inactive fibrinogen into active fibrin. Inactive fibrinogen, inactive, which is present in the dissolved status in the blood. Inactive fibrinogen is converted into active insoluble. Insoluble. If it is insoluble only, the fibers will be visible, isn't it? Till the time where how does the fibrinogen is there in the blood? In inactive and soluble format. Okay, this inactive soluble fibrinogen need to be converted into fibrin with the help of thrombin. Now the question raises, how does the thrombin is getting formed? How does the thrombin is getting formed? Thrombin is formed from inactive prothrombin. Inactive prothrombin. Now only I introduce this particular prothrombin to you. Inactive prothrombin need to be converted into active thrombin. Okay, so whenever inactive prothrombin is converted into active thrombin, that fibrinogen will be converted into fibrin in the presence of thrombin. Then the question raises here, how does inactive prothrombin is converted into thrombin? Who converted them into thrombin? That we need to get answer. Thromboplastin, or you can call it as an enzyme called thrombokinase. Thrombokinase that finally came out here with the available factor. The enzyme complex thrombokinase required for the conversion of inactive prothrombin into active thrombin. Along with it, there are number of factors present in the plasma in inactive status, and they are also doing this particular process. They are also participating here. At least one more we can write here, that is calcium ion. This conversion required calcium ions also. So, okay. So with the available factors here, we just made it out. So now we can see in the order. The thrombokinase. Thrombokinase is an enzyme complex which is converting inactive prothrombin into active thrombin, and activated thrombin converts the inactive fibrinogen into fibrin, and activated fibrin that became insoluble. What it is, what it means? Soluble became insoluble. Insoluble fibrin form a mesh-like structure. This particular mesh-like structure is going to form. So you can ask a doubt here, sir. If it is a mesh-like or net-like structure, through this particular openings also it may go, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that means at the time when the blood is trying to go out from here, RBC are present. RBC are going to be trapped in this particular area. That's why you can see the blood clot is that visible in the form of red color. Actually, fibers are going to be white in color. In between them, RBC is getting trapped over. That's why it is appear red in color. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Actually, in hemoglobin, we'll find iron, isn't it? So whenever this particular hemoglobin containing RBC are trapped in the fibers, definitely they get exposed to the atmospheric air, isn't it? That's why this scum, this total clot material we call scum, it appears like a reddish brown because iron is going to be react with external atmosphere. That's why it appears like reddish brown. Okay. So interestingly, the little amount of fluid will be escaped from here. little amount of fluid will escape from here, which is appear yellow color. Do you know what it is? Yes, very good. What do you say it as? Serum. It is said to be as serum. Sir, I'll show you. Like this. A small amount of fluid above on the clot, we can see that we can say serum. Clear? Just watch it out once the total process.
Yes, sir.
So that's it, blood clotting. Just to remember, story from here. Actually, we started from here. Story from here. Thrombokinase, enzyme complex. Whenever the blood, yes.
Sir,
Yeah, yes.
section record na.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So whenever we should start the story from here for our easy understanding. Actually, NCERT started from here. That's why I made it in the same format. But if you start from here, it is so easy. That thrombokinase, an enzyme complex, in the presence of calcium ions, converts inactive prothrombin into thrombin, active thrombin. Activated thrombin converts the inactive soluble fibrinogen into active insoluble fibrin. These active insoluble fibrin mesh is going to form a particular mesh-like network above on the clot, above on the wound, above on the damage. Then that stops the blood clotting. In between this mesh, RBC are getting trapped over. That RBC will get trapped in this particular mesh that makes appearance like a scum red color. But when the iron reacts, iron of RBC reacts with the surrounding atmosphere, it just seems to be like scum reddish. The scum appears like a reddish brown. And above on that, little amount of fluid is getting trapped over that we call yellow color fluid. Light yellow color fluid is as a serum without blood clotting factor. Because all blood clotting factors are used here. Remaining fluid who came out, we can say serum. Is it clear?